Good morning. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. I have a brand new computer. So, you know what happens when you get a brand new computer? You don't know if everything's working the way it should. So, if you can hear me, can you just say, yep, all good? Because it's like nothing's as it should be. I'm at my mother in law's house in Perth, down in Western Australia. And if you missed my live stream last week, that is because we have left our town of Karratha. Perfect, awesome. You know what it's like with brand new computers? It's like, it's a really nice vision. Having said that, oh, look at that. You can see my husband walking in the backyard. I don't think he expected that. Um, yeah, so it's been all over the place at the moment. I am sitting in a room with three suitcases and bags and all kinds of things. So it's been quite the week. It is freezing down here. And I wanted to talk today about how easy it is to come off the wagon in so much as looking after yourself because wow, has it been a very swift, or I feel terrible, to okay, how quickly you can bring it back as well. So I wrote notes because I've just so much in my brain that it's trying to remember everything. So my scales have been put away. Sorry, I started to say, and I'll be all over the place this morning, I can guarantee it. Happy Father's Day to any fathers that might be in your world, and my own father. It's cold in Toowoomba too. Yeah. It's freezing. I've literally got my dressing gown on my lap. It's so cold here compared to Karratha. It's crazy. And because of it, we're not walking. It's amazing how the weather and changing where you are and that kind of thing interrupts your good health routine so quickly. It's crazy. The only thing, because we're moving to Bangkok in a week, our scales, which I take with me, which is my data every day to let me know how things are going, they are in the suitcase packed up, so I can't access them. So the only way I've got to access my physical health in comparison to what I'm doing is my trusty tape measure around my ankles. And very swiftly, within a day or two of being here, it went up by 1.5 centimetres each ankle. And it's amazing that, and I wasn't eating that badly. I just, because we were traveling, driving 16 hours, you just get what you can get along the road, right? So carbs, and I never beat myself up over that because the stress of beating yourself up over eating food that potentially is bad for you is worse for you than the food. So I'm very pragmatic like that. If you are traveling and you have to eat something other than what you would normally eat, I don't worry about it because I know that for myself, I get back to my usual routine as quickly as I can. But between eating the carbs, and we've been to every shopping centre known to man in the last week, ticking off jobs of things that we need to take with us, and just being in we've been in hotels, we've been in a swag overnight, we've been at my mother-in-law's house, we've got another hotel next week. You just do your best, but really swiftly between all of that and us not walking, apart from walking through the shopping centres, because we've done miles and miles ticking off those jobs, it's just all of that combined very swiftly leads to you feeling not your best. But the last couple of days in Australia, and I'm assuming anywhere else in the world, we have a place called Bucking Bull in the food courts, and I say anywhere else in the world there'll be something similar. And Bucking Bull sells all roast meats, roast veggies. You can buy a roast beef roll, those kinds of things. And so here in Australia at the Bucking Bull, here in WA anyway, you can buy 100 grams of roast meat, any kind. You can get pork belly, pork, beef, lamb, all of those for, what was it? 100 grams was $7.50, and 100 grams for me is perfect amount. And so once I realized that, that's what I started to eat. I traded out the quick things, and I wasn't having really terrible things, but it was enough for me to go, nah, this is making me feel terrible. I was just feeling horrible everywhere, aches and pains, the whole kit and caboodle. So now I'm back to, I had scrambled eggs for breakfast. I have my usual coffee. I went and got my macadamia milk because even having normal milk is just not sitting right for me. So you know things feel for you, right? You know what feels great for you. And so I've just kind of tried to reel that in. It's been raining for days. It's stopped today. So hopefully we can go for a walk today. That will help. What else? But definitely the cuffing and my ankles just blew up immediately. So I didn't need to see the scales to know that just a few days of eating carbs, and I say like I had a muesli bar. Like I chucked muesli bars in the car, high protein ones, but so full of different things and so full of grains. And because it was just easy to throw in the car in case we needed on such a long drive, right? So it wasn't terrible, terrible food, but at the same time, yeah, it did not take long at all for my whole body to go, this isn't for me. so, so I'm back to having the meat at the shopping centres and eggs for breakfast. Today we're being Father's Day. It's Father's Day. It's also our son's birthday. He's 25th, so he's coming up here, and so we're getting Red Rooster, which is a hot chicken place. So we'll get the whole hot chicken, and everyone else will have the chips and that sort of thing. So the chicken will be fine for me there. But yeah, I really thought I was just going to give myself grace and give myself just ease and not worry, just make my best choices wherever I was. But I was amazed at how quickly it makes you feel awful. And I don't think I've ever noticed this really to this degree before. So it's something that we kind of don't let ourselves become aware of as much as we should. So I don't know about where you are, but let me know if you've done this before and if you've noticed how quickly it can make you feel awful, because, yeah, I've been really shocked. But that's okay. And we've got another week down here. So we've got another week, and then we are Monday week we fly to Bangkok. So, and then there's 2 weeks in a hotel to find a condo or an apartment or something. So I've potentially still got another 3 weeks of not having my own kitchen and having to deal with trying to find the foods that are appropriate that I know my body thrives on. And it's funny because in your head you sort of go, oh no, look, just have whatever. And after gastric sleep, I can't have that much food anyway. So you sort of justify in your head that, oh yeah, but it's only a little bit. But then the lipedema speaks up and says, no, we're going to tell you that it's not okay. So it's been a really interesting week for me to understand that, oh, wow, yeah, even just a few carbs, more like particularly it's been day in, day out, like it's been a few days in a row before I reeled it back and went, oh, no, we need to just do meat. So I got meatballs from the supermarket yesterday. We had meatballs for dinner, and at the hotel that we were at for 2 or 3 days, it had a pan-seared chicken breast with a garlic sauce and a couple of, I think, what it had, broccolini or something like that. So I just had that. So I had a few veggies. They seem to be doing okay. Pardon me, burping. I'll have my coffee. I've still got my cuppa. Still having coffee every day. But yeah, I'm being really ultra careful now. After just a few days of carbs, it's just not doing me any good at all. And I've got my compressions on today. My Fanka, I don't know if you can see them, my Fanka compressions, which I bought to take overseas with me. They're really good, and I think I'm going to wear them on the plane. They're that good. So they're firm, but I don't feel like can't walk or anything like that. So they're warm, which down here I kind of need. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So yeah, a couple of days of eating carbs and my ankle cuffs went up considerably, in case you just tuned in. So we've gone back to meat, and and I'm feeling scratchy in the throat like I'm getting a cold. So I'm trying to claw that back as well. And it's simply because it's so cold down here and we're just not used to the coldness, right? Karratha is hot, not as hot as Bangkok's going to be, but hot. So we're just trying not to get on the plane and land and be sick is kind of the goal here. So yeah, unless anybody's got anything, I've got nothing much to report except I'm still trying to get through all my suitcases and work out what to take with us. It's we've sold everything, absolutely everything. We sold Ollie's squash rackets yesterday on Marketplace, was the last thing we had left to sell. Gone. So it's these little things that are like, wow, okay. But now, yeah, we've got 2 suitcases and 2 big duffel bags. We were hoping to go over with just 2 suitcases, but no, we've got 2 big duffel bags as well because we bought running shoes to take with us. Because over there you can get knockoff shoes really easily, but to buy, like I buy Asics for nothing left at all. So to get decent shoes, and I wear Asics Ortholites, the Excite 10, or it's the Excite range. The Excite 9's what I've got, and then I bought an Excite 10. So in the Asics range, they're really wide. So, and they're cloth, and they're just the most comfortable shoes I have ever walked in. So to get those over in there, the legit ones are dearer than in a Western country. So it's cheap to get knockoff stuff in Asia, but to get the originals is of shoes and clothes is actually usually dearer. So we bought 3 pairs of runners each. They're like filling up one duffel bag, and we got a bunch of thin merino wool, like kind of long sleeve shirts that from Kathmandu. I don't know if you've got a Kathmandu where you are. So things like that is what we've had to pre-think. You can buy cheap clothes over there everywhere, but they'll last, 3 months and then you'll be buying another set. So we like to kind of have quality and buy once, and hopefully it lasts many years, but we'll see what happens once we're there. So we've pretty much ticked off all our jobs, which is amazing. Our car is sold. Everything. So come a week's time, we've got another hotel stay down south, down near where our son lives. And then we fly out next Monday. So we've pretty much got everything ticked off, and we'll just be sitting, enjoying. Actually, no, I say that, but we've got a lot still left to do, little bits and pieces, and repacking again to try and get everything in the way it should be. You know what it's like. But yeah. So that's where we're at, and I am firmly back to eating meat and eggs where I can. For Father's Day lunch, everybody else can have the chips and the gravy and all the things. I'll just eat the chicken. And meatballs again for dinner tonight. So it's blown my mind how quickly eating the carbs can make you feel crappy when you have lipedema. So that's been a big lesson learned. And when we get there, we've got buffet breakfast for the first 2 weeks with the hotel we've booked. So they're like any buffet breakfast in the world. There'll be eggs, meat, all the usual things. And I generally just have scrambled eggs every morning for breakfast. It's like the people I've had people say to me, don't you get bored by having eggs? And I'm like, what do you have? Oh, I have toast every day. I'm like, same, right? It's you just get used to it. I think when we change our diet, we tend to sort of go, oh, but it's got to be variety. It's got to be this. It's got to be that. And it doesn't. You just swap one thing out for another. And if you have the same thing for breakfast every day already, swapping it out for 3 scrambled eggs, which is what I eat every day for breakfast, it's fine. So, or if I add avocado and sauerkraut, which not very often, then I'll have 2 scrambled eggs because I can't eat it all. But yeah, so it's just been easier to swap out that way. So that's what I'll continue doing for the rest of this week, and hopefully stay warm and not get a cold or flu in any way, shape or form. And I think I'll even be wearing a mask on the plane, to be honest, because I'm that worried about arriving. In fact, I'm that worried I need to do a kinesiology balance on myself. So we'll probably do that. All right. Well, that's it for me. It's just a really stark reminder that you need to be careful of the carbs, because if you've got lipedema and you're watching this, it's the same as me. It does affect us. And I have never noticed it before because I weighed double my size. So you kind of don't, when you're bigger, you do not notice it as much. Or when the scales go up and down, 5 pounds, 2, 3 kilos, it's just like, oh yeah, it does that overnight quite easily when you're bigger. Now that I've lost this weight, it's so much more evident to me. So it's like, oh wow, have a great day. Happy Father's Day to Ollie. I will ring you later. Yeah, it's been a real eye opener to me how quickly foods, and I always knew this, but until you witness it, and beforehand, if I had something that I shouldn't have, a croissant or something like that, then it would just be a one-off. Whereas I had a few days of it, and it did not agree with me whatsoever. So we're back on the straight not carnivore train, but keto train for sure. All right. Have a great day, everybody. And if you have any questions for me, if you're watching this later, drop them down below. And I will come at you next Sunday for my final live in Australia, which will be from the Crown. So that'll be interesting. So I will see you all then. Have a great week. Bye.